thinking about working.
I can't get her video to come on.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, like the camera's on. At least I think it's on.
Are you using Chrome?
Is it an Edge thing?
Don't use Edge, use Chrome.
I am using Chrome.
Okay. So up in the URL bar, just to the left of it, there's like two little bars and dots in a line, like combo thing. Click on that and make sure permission to the camera is turned on.
In the settings?
No, like the URL bar, not the right side of the URL bar, but the left side, right next to the refresh. There's like a circle line and then a line circle. Yeah.
Yeah, it is cameras allowed.
All right, I've reached the end of my technical expertise for this matter. Anything else would have to be there.
Like I'm clicking the enable video in Foundry and it's not
Did y'all?
unclicking.
I'm gonna ask a very stupid question. Did you try killing Chrome and relogging into Foundry?
Does Chrome have any pending updates?
Mm.
I mean,
No, Chrome's usually pretty good at auto updating.
Ew.
Nah.
Yeah, but I would completely shut down Chrome and then bring it all back up. Just X camera.
Nathan, you must be feeling better. You kind of danced a little jingle there.
Ooh. Yep. Doing pretty good.
That's good.
I got nothing, gentlemen.
Mm.
I mean, there's not even a box for her. Like, she's disabled camera in Foundry.
I know, like the icons in the bottom, you know, the whole hide player list, minimize dock thing. The enable video is a big old line slashed through it.
Can you click on it?
I've been trying to.
Okay.
Are you
So,
sure you have the camera set as an input in Foundry?
right.
Like, is it pointing to the right
I
place?
mean, it was going last week, so I don't see why it wouldn't be any different this week.
I mean, if she went
Updates,
in
change.
and hit disable, it's going to wipe all that out. If she needs a minute, she needs to just not sign into Foundry. I mean, you mess with the settings, it gets all fucked.
So I should log this like
Top right, the ampersand for game settings.
just log it out.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Top right.
Alright.
The and sign should be game settings. Should open up your menu to the right.
Mhm.
Go to configure settings.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath all, there should be configure audio video configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Devices.
Mm-hmm.
Camera list as video capture device.
I've got a default device and a USB camera gobbledygook, which I can only presume is this little teddy bear thing next that I installed.
So make sure it's the gobbledygook.
Yeah, it is. I made sure of that.
It's gobbledygook right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
And
tried that before. Save changes. Save changes. Nada.
Let's say now that you've done all that and saved changes and stuff,
Nope. Still
try
can't.
reloading Foundry.
All right. Hold on.
Where'd my cheat sheet go? Is it over there somewhere? Okay. 'Cause I need that.
you push F12. Are there any errors underneath console?
Hold on. I logged out, logged back in. Haven't gotten there yet.
No worries.
Just if I'm turning this way, because I'm taking notes now, because I got another desk. So I have a U-shaped desk. So I'm like this way for that way for my notes. Behind me is all my fucking art stuff. So I just turn around and I can paint in the middle of shit.
He's gonna
That's
be
pretty
like
entertaining.
this. He's gonna be talking and reaching over, painting, talking.
So I won't be looking at the camera when I'm taking notes. So when
So-
I'm taking notes now.
So it is saying can't start video source.
Okay.
It says uncaught, could not start video source.
Move the camera to a
And-
different USB port.
Okay. You have to do something back there? Oh, okay. What do you have to do? Unplug it? You're gonna plug it in up there?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right. Close Chrome and open Chrome in incognito mode.
That's what I did.
And you
It's-
still have nothing?
It's been on incognito mode.
Try it in regular mode.
Regular mode doesn't work.
Try Edge.
I mean, we can fix it at a different time, which I guess she'll just not have video tonight. So
And you're sure the camera works outside of Chrome?
Like if you went into Discord and went into and put video on there, would it pop up there?
Yeah, on her Discord, just they got.
Are you sure the camera works outside of Chrome, Lon?
how would I figure that out?
Go to Discord, and then under the voice chat, see if you can access the camera. It'll be where it says voice connected at the bottom. You'll see a camera symbol.
I saw you get up, so.
Do-
Who the heck is Aurelius?
That
Hmm?
is my character in World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
And I have
Okay.
him on. I have him as part of my name because of the guild I'm in. It uses Discord as well.
Gotcha.
Of course, I never use the guild for anything.
You know
know
you
that-
can change your nickname per server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay. Great talk.
Great talk.
it's just easier to leave it as it is.
I'm guessing the camera's not working.
Yeah, Discord. I'm in the audio video in Discord now, and I mean, I don't have an option to not select the camera.
Or can you turn it on? Like, does it work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you like do the test
Hold
video
on,
setting?
Hold on. Die, 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 die.
Like under voice and video, go to the video settings and hit test
Yeah.
video.
Oh. I have a green light now that it wasn't there prior.
But do you see yourself in the preview for the test?
No.
There's an issue then.
Sounds like the camera's foobarred.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, maybe not foobarred, but it sounds like the computer at least could use a restart.
I turn it off every time.
That's the problem.
Sounds to me.
Wait a minute. I have
What's going on? It's thinking about it. You got little boxes.
a little box that says Daisy May.
You know?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to turn the camera in Discord.
But there's nothing coming through it.
Yeah. Ah well.
It wants to. Yeah, it might just need a. I would try resetting the computer at some point. Even if you shut it off, sometimes it comes up and bugs out.
You may have to just return the bear camera.
And get a
Mhm.
real one.
You know, that's the one she wants.
Get a dragon camera.
If we have to.
All
That
right,
would be
well,
cool, though.
who wants to give the recap on how the fuck you guys ruined my night last game?
Sorry, not sorry.
So we killed the giants.
Yes.
That's the
We did.
recap.
That's
Actually-
the super short version.
Actually, Daisy face about took him by herself.
Let's rephrase this. Daisy kept critting over and over to kill the giants.
Sorry, not sorry.
Just the big one.
That's big enough. That was excellent, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it's not like we got hurt pretty good.
You guys got hurt pretty good.
Yeah.
And Grimald missed most of the fight inside the town when the giants got over the wall.
I was trying to get there. It took me forever and a day to get there.
Hmm.
Yeah. There I was with my 3 frost giants, 2 of which were huge, one of which was gargantuan with the mushroom growing out of its back. Every time the mushroom would shake, these spores would kind of emanate from it in an ever growing radius that eventually allowed some of you to be able to communicate with at least the gargantuan giant. And then you're like, fuck this shit. Some fighting ensued, which I cannonballed some people. I got held in place or fucking illusioned in place or some bullshit for a good fucking round as I wanted to chuck my giants back in and started finally being able to, but then Daisy was like, hey, bitch, why don't you fucking stay here? Crit, crit, crit. Here we go now, crit, and crit, and crit, and crit. And then the one turn she didn't crit. The next turn she was like,
I
crit,
made up
crit,
for
bitch. Crit, crit, bitch.
I made up for it.
That was basically how it went. Just when you guys thought the fight was going to be over with the gargantuan, it opened up its mouth, it sucked in all those spores and healed, and made almost everybody on the wall go bonkers and commit suicide. Excuse me. At least one of you seems to be not as quick as they used to be.
Yeah.
And then I decided to leap over the wall, crash into a building, doing some radial damage with some deck saves that hurt some peeps. I had my wonderful 20-foot range as I positioned myself to beat the fuck out of motherfuckers with my big old mace. And then Daisy's like, hey, crit and crit and crit and crit and crit. And then I died.
I loved your explanation of that.
I mean,
Uh,
you missed the part where I was the taxi service and got half the party there and back again. There and back.
Best damn Uber I've had in a long time.
oh, man. Yep. Flying Eagle coming in with the delivery service. And
Yeah.
our bar doing its darndest to kill the huge ones and control. Man, that fucking hold monster, I think it was, just really wrecked my world. Because as long as you hit, you crit, and I was like, but yeah, you guys did, successfully hurt my poor babies, and they were just here to try and re-erect a control spire to control the rampant swarms of spores that are inhabiting people. But you guys are like, nah, fam, we totes got this. We're just gonna burn the town. Yeah, my
Well,
my poor giant babies.
if you don't know what else to do, just kill it.
I am slightly disappointed in my my gunslinger because he doesn't do as much damage as Mr. Wonderful over there did with his ranger.
Well, listen, Grace had a very specific set of skills, okay? And he used them to the fullest.
I just gotta get used to using sharpshooter.
Yeah, it's a big one to remember to use. Sharpshooter, great weapon master, for that fucking +10. Ugh.
That's when she was dealing almost at around 100 points every round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice
Yeah.
music.
Really?
But as the big one falls, some of you are looking pretty hurt. Some of you looking
Right.
okay. Some of you have burned through a couple wild shapes to mitigate the pain, which was, still fun. Have that free hit pull. The giant falls, the big one, the gargantuan, and crushing the what's left of that building beneath them. What do you do?
I'm taking stock of our injuries.
Yeah, I'm casting a spell on all 6 of us because it works on 6 people.
Okay.
You, bam.
I will get there.
Mass cure wounds. Nice.
Oh, that was very helpful. Thank you
If
so
it-
much.
If it didn't add the 20, just go manually add 20 hit points. I don't know if it did or not.
It didn't add it because the game's paused.
That's all right. I can do it. Don't worry about it.
I got myself already, so don't worry about me.
It's too late. I already clicked the button. It's one button for me to hit apply.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm still
So
wounded.
the gargantuan is just laying there in the building.
I mean,
What's left of the building?
There's not a building anymore. He's laying on the rubble of a building. But yeah,
I guess I'm gonna go and is the spores, are they around? Are they flying out? If I walk up to the body, am I gonna get invaded by spores?
give me an active perception check.
The mushroom's still on the body, right?
Yep.
I could go torch it.
Oh, I can torch him much faster, trust me.
All right, Victor. For 19, so the blue ones coming out of the mushroom have stopped. It's no longer releasing, but all of the wounds that the giant itself have are actively releasing puffs of white spores.
Maybe we should torch that thing.
Yeah, if
I don't trust that
everybody-
mushroom.
everybody stand back, I can.
Well, everybody kind of stand back and close your ears.
Huh?
Everybody kind of stand back. He tells everybody to stand back and kind of close your ears.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Do not shatter it.
No, we really should burn it.
Burning it's the best bet.
I'll concede to the group. Burn it.
Just shattering it might make it explode into a bunch of spores, and I don't want that risk.
Yeah, I still got spell slots for this. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Well, I was just going to play the flute and see if
No,
I could drive those away, but we don't have to.
Nope,
everyone
Sarwag.
good? Is everyone good with me burning it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be safe to grab a few samples of the blue mushroom?
Not in my opinion, no. But I don't know that much about it.
I don't think any of those spores are safe to be anywhere near.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Where's my schools?
You really want me to?
Yeah. You can
I
watch.
don't see shit.
Character sheet.
Warwick, Elduin, and Daisy. Yep. Warwick, Elduin, and Daisy. You are the three that note that this gargantuan body of the frost giant, in places around that wound, the skin is swelling.
Yeah, this should definitely be burned as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna cast this. Everyone, get away from the body.
I move.
Okay.
I'll finish resetting my shoulder, which I can only assume was fucking dislocated, seeing as how I was fucking mauled damn near to death.
How bad are you still looking like you're hurting?
You know,
On a scale out of 133, it's about a 38.
I'm gonna go use the healer's kit on him.
that
help
line.
it- Finish, go
Wall
ahead,
of fire it.
saying.
Yeah. Wall of fire is going across his entire body, and is gonna like on one side going towards the other side, and it's just gonna sit there and burn him until he's crispy and gone.
How long did Wall of Fire get?
Let's
60
see.
Is it a minute?
Yeah, it's
minute?
60 feet long, and it's a minute long. Yeah. So
Okay.
it should cover most of his body, you know.
10 rounds.
I mean, are you going to try to get the legs, or are you just aiming for torso and head?
I'm going from head down as far as I can with a line.
Just
And
okay, so just one single line.
yeah.
All right, so choose left or right leg.
It'll be on the left, but it'll be facing towards the right, so because it burns on one side, you know. So it'll be
It does,
left leg
but
towards the right.
but like they're not together. He's a gargantuan creature.
Yeah, but it's
And
still
he was staggered like this in order to be able to swing in multiple places. So
Why didn't you just do it in a circle around him and have the flames
because
going
the circle wouldn't be big enough.
yeah,
to
circle
fit
would
his
only
whole
be
body.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the left leg going towards the right.
Okay,
Is what
okay.
I'm doing.
Cool. And you're maintaining concentration for the minute.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. I mean, it's roasting. What is anybody else? Is anybody doing anything else?
in. Yeah, I'm gonna go help Mr. Warwick with my healer's kit.
Do the other giants look relatively normal? Like not mushroomy, swelly, blowy, uppy?
Mushroomy, swelly, blowy, uppy.
How do I do this?
Wow.
There's official medical terminology too.
I appreciate that. Are you trained in nature or arcana?
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Then you have no idea if they are any different than normal frost giants.
Do they appear to be doing the same thing Big, Tall, and Ugly is doing? Like the places where they've been slashed. I mean, like, 'cause I see that in the Big Frosty, you know, those wounds are white, spory, and swelling. Are the huge ones doing the same thing as he is? Is basically what I'm trying. I'm not determining source. Just are they doing the same thing?
Give me an investigation roll. Well, actually, eventually, because it's going to take you a while to get there.
Yeah, they are spread out.
They're spread out, and buildings are between you and them. and you have significantly reduced speed. You
Well, I know.
are here, and they are way over there. They are hundreds of feet away.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm making my way over there, and when I get there.
Well, yeah, yep. I got you. I understand. It's going to take you a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Should I wait till the roll or just roll it now?
you can just go ahead and roll it now. When you get there, I'll let you know what you see. That should have been at disadvantage because of all of the points of exhaustion you have, right?
Mhm.
Yes. I will roll one more time.
Hey,
Take 10.
And Chris, I'm assuming you're trying to use your healer's feat. The
That one.
healer. There you go.
Yeah, he gets 5 points. Pretty much, I'm trying to help him set stuff.
Fair enough.
With my little dude assisting.
I don't think he wants to know anything about your little dude being out and assisting. Warwick, you were trying to say something. What is it you were going to do as Chris comes over with and opens up his little medical kits with his little dude and begins to put poultices and salves and bandages over, over some of your open wounds and helps you put your arm in a sling.
Well, I'll decline the sling as I just assume it's been dislocated, and I'll slam it back in with a wall. Not a big deal. But I got my cards in hand. I'm ready to cast some spells if I have to. I've witnessed this semi-witnessed this event already, so I am on guard.
On guard for what?
Well, there to be a giant explosion of fucking spores that go everywhere, and then I'm gonna try and catch as many of them as I possibly can in a force cage. Which is obviously not going to work for very long, but that's going to be enough time to get another spell from Elduin lined up so that we can torch the rest of them.
I'm a fan of this plan. It's a good plan.
question is, do I have enough spells to do this again? Hey, I mean, I can upcast it.
Victor, what are you doing?
You don't really have healing spells, or so I'm just watching. I can see the other two shorter giants, right? From where I'm at.
You can no. So where we ended, you can see one, which for you is like, I mean, you're the one I think who got the final kills 300 some odd feet away, and you're like, oh, I got sharpshooter, bitch. Long
Yeah.
distance doesn't mean anything to me. And I was like, you got sharpshooter? What the fuck?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Well-
you see one. Let me get to that map. I don't think you see. Well, maybe you do see the other. Did the other die right there? I think the other did die. No, you do see. Yes. You do see.
It seems like he
You
died
do
pretty
see
close to me.
both. Yeah. So Grim, you're going to get to the closest one sooner than I thought. Still use your roll.
But he's looking to see if they do anything weird as well as
Just in case. Go back here.
the other one, the big one. If they're
There we go. End the combat. This goes away.
cool.
And your
So he's looking to see if that body is doing anything
This
weird.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. If it's doing anything weird.
Okay.
Blue spores or white spores or whatever.
As you're starting to make your way there, you see Grimald slowly also making his way there. Slower than you've seen him move.
So as I get to where Grim is, ask him if he's okay, if he needs anything, if there's anything I can do to help him.
Unless you can fast forward 3 days, it'll take me a while.
Okay, well, I will kind of help you out and see if I can't at least give you a shoulder to lean on. Maybe drag you forward a little so you can go a little faster.
Muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I'm tired of coughing every time I talk. I keep muting myself. So as the two of you make your way closer to that northern frost giant, Grimald, you don't notice any of the same signs as the big one that you were asking about. You don't see anything. Totes A-okay.
Just maybe a silly question, but they're dead and no longer a warm body. No life energy.
I would say if he started moving, we need to hit him again.
Give me a different investigation roll with disadvantage there, Grim. Jesus.
We're
The
closer.
perfect. Now's the perfect time for me to throw another giant in at you. Get all these fucking rolls out the way. Oh wait, hang on. Daisy's still here. Never mind.
Yeah.
A little scared there.
She'll start double critting.
They feel cold to the touch. They're probably dead.
As soon as I get myself close up to one, I'm going to try it.
Try what? Necrophilia?
No,
Ooh.
my palm thingy.
Don't give him a hand job.
It
No.
still sounded like necrophilia there, bud.
It kind of does.
It really did.
My palm thingy.
Okay. Well, let me go through his pockets first.
I would like to say that I'm the bard and you're the paladin. I feel like this is really awkward.
Oh, Warwick wants to do the palm thingy.
Well, you can.
It's been his dream.
You can grab him. I'm just gonna. lay my hand on his skin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on where you're laying it.
Nothing below the belt. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Sorry, I'm talking to B-Kit. Because we're having laggy camera issues again. I'm just trying to keep him updated because we keep being alpha testers for his shit. I mean, his wonderful products, B-Kit. In case you're watching our stream, you make amazing stuff. Keep up the great work.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to send you a message on, where are you? Just to make sure I'm understanding. In Discord, homie.
Yeah.
I guess I could have whispered it in fucking Foundry. God damn, I'm not doing so hot today.
That's okay. It's been a long day.
Okay. Are you okay? I'll come back to you in a moment. What is Daisy doing?
Can you guys hear her?
No, she's not even
No.
lighting up a Discord. Headset muted.
Probably. I mean, she was talking earlier.
She was.
Yeah.
I mean, at my previous job, we would call tech support about like a part on a motherboard not working, and their response was, "Did you install Adobe Reader?" So I have this impulse when we're saying something isn't working to me ask, "Did you install Adobe Reader?"
Wow.
Yeah, we would call about a CPU fan error on a HP server switch. And they literally, "Did you install Adobe Reader?" And we're like, "How the fuck do you install Adobe Reader on a server that won't boot because the fan is an error? And why would that matter?"
Wow.
Yeah, it was great times. So right there, I just had this impulse. Did you install Adobe Reader?
Find out that's why the cameras are not working.
You know what? Fair point. Actually, since we're having this little bit of an issue, I'm going to switch us from Alloy to Live Kits so the cameras aren't so glitchy.
It looks smooth on my end.
Yeah, mine are fine.
It is glitchy as fuck for me. All of you are just laggy.
And yours is the one that's actually being used for the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that matters.
We'll turn Alloy off. And turn Live Kit on. We will probably all be forced to reload.
Yep.
Yep.
No, they've muted and deafened themselves.
Yep.
Let's go land. All right, I'm back.
And here comes Lon.
Oh my God, it's Lon.
It is.
Okay.
It is a lot.
A wild Lon has appeared.
I'm
Quick.
still hiding from you guys, apparently.
Apparently.
Throw a poker ball. Okay, well, after Elduin, after the minute and your wall of fire fades, I mean, you burnt a bit of the giant, but there's a lot of giant.
Did I get
There's
half
there's a
of a
lot
giant?
of giant. I mean, you got a chunk. There's a lot of giant. It's a gargantuan giant.
Yeah.
It's massive in size. There's a lot of, meat popsicle there.
Does anyone else have fire spells?
I have my
Uh,
flamethrower I can keep blasting. I mean, technically I can shoot it once every 6 seconds, so. Just walk around like a World War II flamethrower.
Well,
you
as
do
you guys
that.
are talking about it, people from like inside in town like coming this direction. Like they were just slower than the rest of you.
I'm gonna start torching it to the best of my abilities.
You're gonna start torturing? Who the fuck are you torturing?
The dead thing.
Corpse.
the
The corpse.
I'm torturing the mushroom. I'm gonna focus on torching the mushroom.
Okay.
Is his flamethrower magical fire?
It is coming out of an eldritch cannon.
Well, while those knuckleheads are doing that, I'm gonna try and head the crowd off.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to head to where the people are coming at us.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to stop them from approaching.
All right, we'll get to you in a second.
And the fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Amazing. So once you start catching it on fire, I will use the cantrip Control Flames to spread it faster so that we can burn his body really quickly.
Works for me.
I'm happy to say that as you guys are doing this wombo combo, I mean, given enough time, you could definitely complete what you're trying to do. It's not like enough time as in a few minutes. It's enough time as in like a couple of hours.
Oh yeah.
In order to get to the point where you're like, okay, there's still a body here, but we think we've got enough of a char or burn here that there's hopefully nothing left that's going to spore and mutate. Or you can continue for a few hours more and get down to the bone.
I want to make sure that mushroom is gone.
Okay.
I'm willing to sit here pretty much like for the next 6 to 8 hours if I have to get him down to the bone.
Okay.
I don't need that much sleep, so
that's fine. Just anticipate that's what you're going to be doing for a big chunk of today.
Oh yeah.
Is you're just maintaining the control of the fire and like just shifting it around, and the smell is terrible. This smell is so bad. Excuse me. So bad. But now that we can hear Daisy, what are you doing?
I don't know, because there's nothing to hit.
I mean, there's Grim.
Okay, sure. Let's go help Grim.
Oh, I was meaning you can go hit him. But you can go help him.
Why would I want to hit Grim?
Because it's Saturday?
Yes, but Grim also puts up with me, so why would I want to hit him?
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So I mean, Grim doesn't look like he needs any help. He is definitely oddly has his hand on the dead huge frost giant, almost like in a prayer, like he's praying for their unholy frozen souls.
I mean, at least it's not below the belt.
Yes. So you're just gonna hang out? Or are you gonna go be a bodyguard for Warwick as the crowd overruns him?
Sure. That seems like a good idea.
The muscle.
I mean, I do like hitting
intimidation.
things, so why not?
Alright. That's fair enough. Alright, so Warwick, as you start making your way to the crowd of people that are coming up this way, and Daisy quickly showing up right behind you, like a couple steps back, like with weapon in hand, like just ready for some shit to start again. You can see that there are a couple of as well to do dressed as can for the situation that they're in, town's guard that are kind of heading your way, as well as the nosy people that are behind them. There's probably about 14 people in total currently that are at least making their way towards you.
Okay, so how many guards were there? 4 of them?
Four guards. And including them, is 14 total people.
Do I recognize any of the guards? Like, was one of them in the meeting with the sheriff, or have I seen him around town? Do I recognize any of them?
Give me an active perception check.
Do the spirits talk to you on this one?
The spirits talk to me all the time, bud.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I'm not concentrating on something else. The spirits are chatty little bastards.
Why do you have a plus 10? Why did I forget that you have a plus 10 to perception?
At least it's not a 16.
God.
So I have expertise in perception.
Why could you not have just stayed dead when I smashed you with my giant maul?
You know what? I'll make you a deal. This character can go away, but I got to keep the stat block.
Fuck that. So of the 4 guards that are showing up, it's none of them are the ones that were in the meeting, but 2 of them are ones that you've seen around in the central town area where the medic tent used to be. They were kind of in there helping filter people and move people along and not stay in this infected zone area.
All right, I'll get those 2's attention, and fellows, I don't know, that's not the right voice. Whatever, we'll roll with it. Fuck it. Well, I was gonna say now. We seem to have another quarantine situation up ahead. The frost giants who attacked seem to be infected with the same strange disease that was afflicting the other citizens of Bryn Shander. Do you think you could possibly keep the looky-loos back from approaching any further?
The 2 that you recognize, one of them is a human, one of them is a dwarf, and they both look to you, recognize who you are, and kind of knowing what you've been about since you've gotten into town and been trying to investigate whatever this is. So taking you at your word whenever you say this. Like, don't even argue with you. Don't ask any questions. They both, like, turn, talk to the others, and very loudly in common. Well, the human in common and the dwarf in dwarvish, at the same time are yelling at these people, "Get the fuck back, or we're gonna have to burn you too."
That works. Also, if you could get the sheriff's attention and send him our way, I would greatly appreciate it.
The dwarf says something to one of the a shorter humanoid. You can't really tell what they really are because this one wears a helmet, and that person starts darting off like through the crowd while the other three are actively pushing people back and are actively saying, if you come past us, if you keep going, we will assume you are infected. Like the gloves are off, the fuck around is done. We are at find out stage.
Excellent.
The city the city guard, what's left of them, is tired of the shit. So the group of people, like there was a well, let me find out actually. Let's see how many. Oh, only one stupid soul. One of the looky-loos tries to like dart and get past the guards, and the dwarf just like straight up, boom, sucker punches him right in the face. You can see a trail of blood. Like he hit this guy hard, and there's like tears and snot and blood. He's like, "I fucking told you, get the fuck back!" Like they are done. And he's the one with the broken face is like, "I don't give a fuck. Get back." It's Meanwhile, Daisy's like, "Please break through. Please come up here. Please do it." Lon, as you are gently caressing this dead frost giant's body with your bare palm,
Hot.
and you reach for something. And it takes you about 15 or 20 seconds of full-on concentrating, like eyes closed, reaching in, breaking through cold barriers of flesh and meat before you do find motes of what you're looking for. Tiny, tiny motes, as those seeds that have yet to bloom. Indicating there's probably some spores inside this body and have just not erupted yet.
So I pull out.
Of course you do. You're done with what you wanted to do there, so you pull out.
Just love how he did the look right after he said that.
So I miss those sending rings. I tell Victor that there's some latent spores in these small ones. Tell Warwick.
Warwick.
I know I'm winded.
How far am I from Warwick?
You're probably about 80, 90 feet. Warwick went to head the group of looky-loos off, and you guys are still more in this right here. Whereas he's
Okay.
like,
If you don't see Warwick, tell Elduin to.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and just take off running, tell Warwick, and then come back and tell Eldwin on the same loop that they're still infectious.
How do you tell work? Like, what do you do?
I'm not going to yell. I mean, I'm just going to go up to him and kind of let him know that I'm there first so that I don't startle him. And just kind of whisper in his ear saying, that Lon found, or Grim found spores in these things and they're still infectious.
That's very astute, Victor. They're all infected by the same thing. Perhaps you should take Daisy here with you and drag them to the other one's corpse so they can all be burned together.
Okay. I can do that. We need to let Eldwin know what's going on as well.
Yes, you should be able to tell him that whenever you drag the other corpses to where he's helping burn the big one.
Okay.
Excellent. I'm waiting here for the sheriff, so I'll let him know what's going on when he arrives.
Okay. So as we go back, we tell Eldwin and we start.
Who's we?
Me and Daisy, I guess, if she's going with me.
Did you talk to Daisy?
I did volunteer her to go with him to drag the bodies.
Yeah, but nobody asked Daisy. What if Daisy doesn't want to?
We're just assuming that she's going to want to help here.
I mean, an opportunity to fight a crowd or drag some giant bodies. I don't know. Fighting the crowd sounds way more fun.
Yeah.
But she says she'll go.
I don't hear anything.
I didn't hear, but we'll hold it up and leave it up to her.
Her mic's down again.
Rip.
Y'all just need to get a hyper quad cast X and sit in the same room.
I mean, does Daisy like him that much to want to sit in the same room while playing this game?
They were already discussing it earlier.
I guess that's true.
Yes.
Oh, oh, how cute. Oh.
Hold on, I had a gift for this.
I got you.
Nice. Okay, so Victor and Daisy. I guess Victor's gonna go back and tell Eldwin. There it is. Daisy's gonna head towards probably where. Well, actually, you tell me which body you go into first. The one that's closest to Eldwin, or the one that's furthest away and is closer to where all the people are. Which body you going for first? Mm-hmm. A lot of silence here.
Do.
Who were you asking this to? Because
there's only two people who I knew so far trying to drag bodies.
Well, I'm going to Eldwin first. So wherever Eldwin is,
okay,
I'll get to that body first.
Daisy, are you following Victor? Or are you going to go for the body that's further away?
Sleeping.
I need to get the module that says somebody is typing. Body away from people. I mean, that's a smart move. I'm sad that you made that decision because I really wanted it to explode and affect a bunch more people. But that's fine, I guess. How dope's your strength? Max. Max.
Huge creature, she throws it over her little shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can grab it by like its leg or its arm and start dragging it back without any issue. Victor, you get to Eldwin.
Explain to him what's going on and what we need to do. And tell him I'm going to go drag the other body towards where the flames are.
All right. I mean, me and Chris are just gonna be here burning for a while, so bring on the bodies.
All right.
Victor, as you get to where that huge giant is, it's right there. You grab one of its arms or legs, and your hooves are doing their damnedest. And I mean, like half an inch at a time. You're not as strong as Daisy is.
Nope.
But as you guys are dragging bodies, and two of you are like flamethrower control firing the big one, probably Warwick about there. He's not exactly fast right now. About like 7 minutes before Sheriff Marshall, what the fuck you guys have named him? Somebody's got this written down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh crap, where did it go? I know it's here somewhere.
I have it right here. Chief Marshal Sheriff Marshall Markham Southwell III, twice removed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, before that guy in a lot of like heavy furs as you see him walking towards you. Like he's got a few more guards with him, and they're really like pushing people back. Like he's letting them be a little bit more aggressive about it. The one bitch that got his face smashed in starts whining to him, and he just looks at him and he's like, you know, you're right, that's awfully terrible, but you know, had you gone past the line that the guard said don't cross, I'd have to shoot you. So count what teeth you got left as a blessing. Get out of my face. As just no sympathy, he just keeps on trucking, making his way. And he gets about 10 feet from you. And he goes, so, any of your people infected?
Well, we haven't taken inventory of that yet. We're more concerned with disposal of the giants that we know are infected.
Sure would be nice if that Miss Lisa fella would show back up.
Yes, well, she's running an errand to help solve our other issue that was presented.
Right, well, if it'll help, I guess you guys can tear down a few of the buildings. I could probably
Well-
knock a couple over if it'll give you some kindling.
Well, it just so happens that the largest one did happen to destroy a structure and seems to be laying in the middle of it. If we have permission to burn that, I'm sure that'll help us get a roaring flame going.
You guys are in ground zero, so gonna trust your judgment here. You were with Battlehammer Queen Lady whenever she was trying to fight the fight, so I will defer to your judgment on this one.
You wouldn't happen to have one or two brave volunteers that are pyrotechnically inclined, would you?
You know, let the old GM make a roll here because this would be funny. He goes, well, actually, since you're asking about that, hey, Tommy, you wanted to get past the line anyway. Get on up there. Maybe we'll see about fixing one or two of your teeth. As the poor fuck who had his face smashed in, like, starts hobbling your direction. And he goes, the sheriff goes, I'll have to ask around if there's anybody else that I can think of that's might be able to help in that regard. I'll get back to you.
Well, we'll do the best we can in the meantime. If any of us are infected, what would you like done with that?
Well, we don't exactly know too much about this. As I guess we'd have to set up another quarantine zone because no telling if you're infected from an evolved host, I guess. Maybe that's what we'll start calling some of these. I don't know. If that'll change the timeline. And whatever you do, do not let that satyr sing again.
Warplayer's flute seems to be his new thing. It's pretty atrocious.
I heard reports that after he did so was when the Medicus Center kind of went all tits up. Seemed
Yes,
to
yes, it did.
expedite the situation.
If you're feeling up to it, I do have a standing deal with the new proprietor of the Magic Tent, Miss Robin, to investigate some spore samples I collected. If you could check in with her if we're stuck here, or if there's any way to remove the populace from a chance of infection and we could go there ourselves, if that is also an option.
I'll stop by. I'll stop
Thank
by her tent. Maybe she's got some of them fire potions we can chuck on these bastards to burn them a bit faster.
Sounds good, Chef. We'll try and keep things, get things as cleaned up best we can around here.
All right, now Tommy, you better earn your keep. Don't let me hear otherwise. He turns around, starts walking away, bends down to whisper something to the dwarven guard that you again recognize from the Medicus area, and you can see the dwarf nod a couple of times, and gets down like knees on the ground, and puts his hands on the ground, and as the sheriff walks away, there are the earth around him starts to shake as pillars of stone seem to wall this section off between these buildings, leaving the human guard that was familiar with the medical area, the dwarf, and now Tommy and you on this side.
Well, well then, Tommy. How are you pyrotechnically inclined then? Control flame, fireball, mix up some alchemist fire.
I'm not gonna do the whole face fucking voice, okay, guys. We're just gonna get past that right now. But with spitting out blood and a
Well,
couple of
here,
teeth,
you know what? I'll healing word his face. Would that help?
maybe.
There you go. There's a healing word to the gums. But it's not mouth to mouth because that would be weird.
Oh. As you do that, and like his like nose like resets, and the broken top mandible like comes out again, and the lip heals a little bit. He doesn't get his teeth back, but hey, his jaw's in working order. He goes, well, I at one point drank a lot of Miss Jenny's hot cocoa, Miss Lisa's hot cocoa, and well, I was dared to drink so much of it, and I did, and then I got a fever for about a month, and afterwards, about once a day, I can bring down like 10 pillars of fire.
Sounds wonderful. Seems like we're in need of your services. It is time to earn your keep, just like the sheriff said.
I will lose consciousness after doing so, so please don't let me die.
Oh, don't worry about that. Jerry or Jimmy or Tommy, whatever your name is, we'll be sure to drag you to an adjacent abandoned building, and I won't let you freeze to death.
Great. He like starts slowly like doing the shuffle of shame, and also like I can't believe I got myself into this nonsense, as he follows behind you. Hashtag he can cast Firestorm once. And then loses consciousness.
Hot cocoa powers activate.
It's made with hellfire. As you two are walking away, the dwarf comes up in a really thick accent. Asks you, do you understand Dwarvish?
Oh, yeah, totally, I do. Remember I had a whole conversation with Cynthia in Dwarvish. That it was
he
too
wasn't there for
frilly
that.
her ears. Oh, and I'm telling you though.
I know. I mean, I know, but he doesn't.
Oh well, I'll respond. I speak Dwarvish pretty well.
Right then. So the old sheriff back there, wants me to do that whole stone thing a few more times around buildings. So I'll be with you as soon as I get that done.
Aye, sounds good. You just take your time and make sure all them people stay out of here. Less risk of infection that way.
Well, us and them. And he just goes off, and you can hear him getting between another set of buildings, start cussing in Dwarvish. And you just hear again. Another wall go up. Let's see. Victor, you've probably gotten a whole foot drug.
Oh boy.
Yep. Daisy's almost got this body back over here, though. Daisy's like,
Do I see Victor struggling over there?
of course.
Yeah. So can I like control flames with one hand, and then with the other hand use Thorn Whip to just kind of help him a little bit, pull the body over here?
I mean, both are actions, homie.
I know.
I mean, like, you're going to have to give one up to do the other.
Once the fire's going, can you keep it going?
Yeah, with control flames. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
that's
keep
what
Alright,
he's
flames
cool.
going.
doing.
Then
Yeah.
I will go and help drag it over.
Well, that's no fun. I'd like to have him. Okay, with your okay, yeah, your 14 strength, you go and grab like another leg, and you know what? Between the two of you, you're getting an inch and a half every round. It is already the speed is already increased by 50%. That's amazing.
Okay.
just for shits and giggles, the little guys want to grab a little flap and start pulling it too.
You know what? I'll say it's 2 inches just for that. The little robot pulls more. The two little robots between the edgy and your flamethrower.
Yeah, shove the flamethrower to it.
But Warwick, you and Tommy come back, and I mean, this body has moved, a whole square closer. You see that Daisy's got this one pretty gosh darn close. Daisy over here because she's dragging this body. Move Victor and Chris over. I'm dragging this and there. I don't know what Grimm's over here doing. Grim, are you still, palming this poor giant?
Well, I guess I see Daisy just manhandling the other one. I'll help. I'll assist the group effort.
That guy's combat medic. He's not.
I mean,
ripped.
like, how are you gonna help when you're so fucking tired and slow?
So you're saying that my efforts aren't going to give them another inch?
I mean, it might. It also might take an inch away.
Oh,
Would you like to gamble on that?
no.
Okay.
I'll be there for moral support.
There you go.
Much.
Do these
Put your back
fuckers
into
that
it.
are around me still look hurt, by the way?
Any what?
All these,
I mean,
all my friends, do they still look hurt? All these guys
Yeah.
around me, close to
like,
me? Yeah.
Warwick's got a bunch of boo-boos. Chris has got a few boo-boos. Daisy's
Yeah.
got a few boo-boos. Like, yeah, there's quite a few that are like, actively like leaking some sort of bodily fluid onto the snow.
I will take 6 seconds to cast this, and then it'll only be a bonus action afterward to do, some more vitality.
I want to make this thing move 10 feet really fast.
Boy.
It's
Okay.
2d6 every 6 seconds for a minute to one person. Well, I can
How are
switch
you
targets,
going to
though.
make it move 10 feet really fast?
I'm going to go over here
Okay.
and tell everybody to move.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Because I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. But I need everybody else. It says each creature. I don't know if the body will count, though.
I think it only works on large and smaller creatures, though. So.
It just says each creature.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, but I need to tell everybody to get farther away first.
I mean, they can move. You don't. I mean, you could just consume the spell. The creature's gonna auto fail.
It has to be off of me, so there. Yeah, it's a loud boom, but it moves them really fast.
And what kind of damage does it do?
Let me get back in my character sheet.
Thunder
It
damage.
is
Thunder damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's see. Boop. 5. 10. We need to move you out of the way. You go here. It's 10 feet that it has moved. And as the body like flop and thumps over, it lands on its stomach. And you guys can see active pockets of skin begin to swell on its back.
I don't know if I caused that or if I made it visible.
Oh, so by the way, Chris, these things don't like sonic attacks. Well, it's just, by the way, Victor, the sheriff's banned you from singing or playing your flute in the town. Elduin, someone start burning this one quickly, or
I
toss
start
it up on the
torturing it.
fire.
I'm gonna start
begin-
torching all the areas where it's bubbling.
Okay. Tommy looks over to you, Warwick, and goes, Should I just do it on that one or wait till they're all bundled?
No, let's wait till they're bundled, because otherwise you're going to, peter off there, Jibby.
My name's not Chevy.
Whatever you say, Timothy.
I wish I would have known they don't like sound before I did that.
There was never an opportunity to share that with Chris, so that totally makes sense why this happened. All right, so you've got your little guy up on there, like actively burning these pockets.
I rolled for Aura Vitality. Over the next minute, 70 hit points can be passed out. I'm just going to give 35 to Warwick and 35 to Chris because they look the worst.
Yep.
So each of you get 35 hit points.
Yay!
Daisy, could you do me a favor and leave that one there for a second and toss that other one up on the big one?
I knew I should have desummoned my thing and used a spell slot to summon my catapult. Because that's force damage I could have just kept pushing it 5 feet with.
Catapult.
Yeah, it's not catapult, it's artillery. But it operates like a catapult. It does damage and then pushes them.
Is Daisy going to stop dragging this one and go drag the other one? I haven't seen any texting in chat. I mean, you could just yell. We'll hear it from Lon's microphone.
Yes, she says sure.
Okay. So then I'm happy that this is over here. Let me turn it. I want to get him out of the way. There we go. Move that guy back. Now this guy's here in the barbecue pit.
All right, I'll keep an eye on this one. Everyone team effort the other one into the pile. And then Thomas here, he's got a little surprise for him.
You all should get away. I don't control these very well. And this whole building's probably going to go up in flames and
Am I far enough away?
Warwick, you should probably. Yeah, there we go.
All right, everyone, let's stand back and let. What was your name again?
Tommy?
Tommy, that's what it was. Jason, David, Frank, whatever your name is, go ahead and do the thing.
Oh, I hate this part.
Oh.
You can you see him like arch a hand up like towards the sky and then like try and like he's trying to pull something down. And he begins to just vomit. This dark black liquid just keeps vomiting it up. And that liquid like starts to bubble and like go into the sky before it seems to like tear fabric of space and time open, and then these fountains of just dark black liquid that just come down. As yes, his firestorm is hot cocoa that just rains down from the infernal realm. It doesn't so much, combust as it melts and spreads, and the general heat is just there. But yeah, basically, like this whole fucking section is now on black fire.
Nice.
And he collapses.
So I assume he's on the side of this with me and Daisy.
Yeah, he's right here. He's and the fire is actively growing towards him.
Daisy, could you be a dear and drag him over here into this this abandoned building, would you?
Why not?
All right.
Lance, now
I like having muscle. This is great.
She grabs him, chucks him over here into this building.
doesn't even carry him, just chucks him.
Yeah. Why not?
He's unconscious. He don't know.
Is this fire threatening to spread to other buildings that are not collapsed?
Not currently.
Yeah, I'm gonna start molding earth to like create a barrier around this. It's gonna take a while because it's 5 feet at a time. But I would create a barrier.
I like where your head's at to attempt to stop my fuckery.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like you learned about me, fire, and buildings from in the past at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I might
Yeah,
be
maybe-
using some
Maybe the last
above-
month or so,
I might be using some information I've learned recently.
Man. It's fine. It's fine. The hot cocoa fire only lasts about a minute before like the blackness goes away and it's just normal fire. And this building that was crushed and destroyed, like the wood of that made the inside and the different materials that are combustible are just all burning right now.
So it's
And
an
you guys
inferno right
no
now.
longer see puffs of white spores coming out of any of them, any of the three bodies.
Well, I think that did the work.
Normally I'd agree, Elduin, but I think there's one more order of business. Well, actually two now that I think about it. First, we need to see if any of us are infected, and we should also take those poor schmucks from the wall and probably toss them on the pyre too.
Great. If you want to start checking our group members for, I don't even know how you're going to do it, but for whatever you're looking for, I'll go get the bodies. I've got one last high-level spell to do this quickly. As I cast Polymorph on myself to turn into a giant eagle so I can go grab the bodies 2 at a time and carry them over here quickly.
Cool. So you polymorph yourself, you're giant eagle, you fly over to where those bodies were jumping off. You don't find humanoid corpses.
Yep.
You find about 6 feet tall stalks of this white mushroom that's got a bulbous cap. There seems to be some frills underneath the cap that like almost like like tentacles almost coming off. They're kind of, or like jellyfish little squiggly things that seem to be coming off of them. The stalk itself, you can see these like dark purple veins all in it, and you can see it pulsing. Each and every one of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fly and grab Warwick and Chris, because Chris has fire. I know that, and Warwick needs to know this. And as I'm coming to grab you guys, I assume I still have telepathy, so I can still talk to you guys. Hopefully.
Ooh.
It's because
Polymorph is different than a wild shape.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, it should, but
no.
yeah.
Polymorph,
Cool.
you become the bird.
Cool. So you guys don't know anything. I'm just grabbing you guys and carrying you over.
A giant eagle comes over to you, Warwick, with claws out. What do you do?
Well, I've seen this show before, so I'll just let it happen.
Okay. So eagle comes over, grabs you, takes you back over. Do you drop him to go get Chris?
I mean, I have 2 claws. I'm gonna try to grab one and then the other, and then carry him over.
So you're not gonna comfortably grab one.
Nope.
You're gonna uncomfortably grab 2.
Yep.
Well, what's a few more bruises? That's fine. Sure.
I can heal him later. It's fine.
Well, thanks to you, I'm almost at full health, so we're good.
Easy enough. Grab one, grab the other, take them over to whatever group, north or south group. Pick a group.
North group first. It's closer.
All right. So that means you guys are over here, north group. The eagle sets you guys down. How close do you get?
I will only land there where my character is.
Okay.
So we're about 20 feet away from him right now?
Yeah, that's about, sure, right there.
Yeah, 20 feet away.
And each of these are 6 feet tall. A large, bulbous white cap. On the underside of the cap, jelly-like flangey, like they seem to be moving as though they are underwater. These like
kind of like the that
antenna-like
one
things.
tree from the movie Avatar.
There's a lot of trees in Avatar.
That one spirit tree at the very end with all glowing pink tendrils.
Oh, tendrils. That's a better word. Thank you. Yes, tendrils underneath. And again, the stalk is white, but you can see veins that are dark purple that are pulsing.
What do you want me to do?
Why, yes, Elduin, I agree. Caw is quite the correct answer here. Standing at this distance, I don't know if I would know this or not, but I feel like this is an appropriate question. With the purple throbbing veins, I can't believe you just made me say that.
And the penis-shaped mushroom?
Yes, the penis-shaped mushrooms with the purple throbbing veins. Does it...
I don't want a mushroom stamp.
Are they growing into the ground? Or are they just growing out of the corpses? Or are there no corpses and these things the corpses turned into the mushrooms.
There's no corpses anymore.
So the corpses grew into the mushrooms.
This is what it appears from this distance. To know more, you'd have to get closer.
All right. Well, back to my
Oh, look at
original
that.
question that morphed into this one: are these things growing into the ground?
You'd have to get closer to know more. There's still a little bit of snow around here. You'd have to like move some stuff to find that out.
So we can move back a little bit, and I can make this cannon move closer on its own and torch things.
How big are the caps on the mushrooms?
Give me an intelligence ability check. There it is. I knew it was coming. At the base of the cap, they look to be about 4 feet in diameter. And then they seem to go up for about 3 feet before starting to round. And be about like 3.5 feet. So the bulbous part is about 3.5 feet, and the stalk is only about 3 feet. As far as height wise,
they're only about 6 foot tall then.
Yes.
And how long are the tendrils? Do they go all the way to the ground, or are they about like half the length of the stalk?
The tendrils range from 6 inches to just over a foot long. And no particular pattern, is just however they grew.
I mean, I've seen Alien before, so I know this is a bad idea, but I'd like to get a little bit closer.
Mhm. Yeah. This is where the face sucker comes out.
I will get within 10 feet of one of these things.
I'll have when I see him move, I'll have my cannon move right next to him.
Okay.
Can I see if these things are growing into the ground or not? With my special frickin' eyes. They're not really that special, but you know.
So it looks like they might be, but there's still snow covering where it meets the ground for you to really know. You'd have to like move some snow somehow in order to be able to see the base.
That shouldn't be a problem. I'll step back, and you might want to move your turret there, bud. I'm going to blow away as much of the snow as possible here, and attemptively not hit either of them. You need to move your turret one more space. Still hit it anyway, but whatever. So it should blow all the snow out of these squares and not directly hit the mushrooms.
Don't know why it wanted my flamethrower to make a Constitution saving throw.
It was still in the area of shatter. So, I mean, knowing what you know about sound and these mushrooms, are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm not directly hitting them with it.
Okay.
Look, I gotta know how sensitive these things are, and what I'm really probing at is I want to see if they're connected by their purple throbbing veins. That just sounded wrong to say.
Ew.
Hey,
I like that we can hear Daisy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when Daisy's like, "Oh, my sound works again." Okay, so snow, whoosh, gone. Easy enough. Easy
Okay.
to with the shatter to make the snow go away. Um, after shatter is cast and seems to subside, give me an active broken perception roll. I'm not sure why I'm making you roll. You're probably going to blow the DC out of the water, but hey, this is a game where we roll virtual dice.
Me too, or just him?
Uh, any of you can. I mean, you see any of you three that are there.
29.
I'm going to roll advantage for the eagle, but it's going to be only a +2, I believe, for the eagle. So I'm just going to roll 2d20s.
Okay. Warwick sees it. Chris sees it.
It's a 20.
Birdwin sees it. Birdman. All of you see this at not necessarily at the same time, but you all notice a couple things. First, when shatter goes off, those tendril-like things recoil away and seem to embed themselves up and into the cap.
Ew.
These two, the ones that recoiled away. As that happens, the bulb seems to shrink down and close in on itself. Now, what you see on the ground is not there's no purple veins connecting them that you can see, but you do see that they are definitely rooted into the ground here. Like you can see bits of even above ground, some roots that have grown off the sides that have embedded themselves into the ground.
So they're just probably not connected here.
Or
Not above the ground.
Anything else happen? Did this one's disposition change at all?
No.
So only when the loud noise was adjacent to them, they reacted and seemingly took a defensive position.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's informative.
Chris, I think you're up. Might as well torch him.
How big is that? All right, cool. Actually, I'm gonna move my guy. So, whee! I can't. Okay, cool. Right there. Torch him. Start torching him. I want to see what kind of effect it has on only him. So.
All right, so go ahead and manually roll the 2d8 fire damage.
Ooh.
Okay. So as your cannon releases this burst of fire, that front face of the mushroom front face, the where the fire is more directed and focused, blackens and begins to bubble.
Ew.
And then the mushroom starts to shrink down.
I'm gonna keep at it with the flame.
Warwick, with your passive and the fact that you're actively studying these things, you're able to tell it's not so much shrinking as it is digging down.
It's retreating.
Yes.
Well, Chris, you might as well stop that for now. I really don't think it's going to help.
All right, I stop.
Go ahead and roll the 2d8 one more time, because you did say you're doing it one more time. Okay. After about 12 or so more seconds, the entire mushroom is now just into the ground there, with only the very top of the cap visible.
So, what you say, Warwick? I could have the cannon look directly down into the hole and blast it.
Well,
But if it's gonna keep digging,
seems to be trying to run away from your flame there. I would imagine the others are probably going to act similarly. We'll have to find a more effective means of purging the infestation. Perhaps we should make sure that no one in the party's infected before we continue down this
Oops.
trajectory.
accidentally unsummon my damn.
He gone.
Note to self: delete unsummon things. All right, so I guess we're gonna head back over to the other group.
Yes, we
How-
have to
how-
ascertain everyone's health situation.
How are you gonna be able to tell if we're infected or not?
Well, I mean,
Really?
there can be a couple ways to check that. Let's round everyone up.
Birdman flying you all back.
I'll decline. I can walk.
Ooh.
I'll go for the ride.
Let's get old daisy chain here.
This would be a
Okay.
perfect time to have some marshmallows.
I'm sure those marshmallows will taste perfect being roasted over corrupted giant gargantuan frost giant flesh. Sure, they'll taste real good.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get close enough to actually roast a marshmallow.
Right then, so we were all in that spore cloud together. How's everyone feeling? Any fever? Feeling peaked? Sluggishness?
I feel
Lethargy?
really, really tired and exhausted.
Excellent.
Where-
Grim, why don't you go stand over here for just a little bit?
Why am I sounding like Kappa? Okay.
Because you played that character for 3 fucking years.
Mhm.
It's hard to get out of that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, like 5 minutes later, he finally is there. Exactly. 5
Right,
minutes,
so
but like 30 seconds
that's-
it takes him.
Anybody else feeling like that?
Feel fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're here.
You'll get that look like fucking seriously.
Did you really just?
I'll open my wings so that you know I'm feeling good. I'll just be like,
I'll pull off a deck of cards and just be like, we can gamble on what I hit, or
I could play my flute.
I'm leaving. I'm dropping concentration. Don't play the fucking flute.
All right. Well, I'll put on my gloves and I'll attempt to check everyone's temperature and I'll check to see if they got any white shit behind their ears because that was a good way to tell if they're infected and see if anybody's got a cough and all that shit. So, I'll look for the telltale signs of what I've seen already infected people's conditions are.
Hence,
All right.
hence, Victor's like, you're not shoving that in me.
Give me a shroom check.
What would you like that to be? A perception?
Investigation.
Investigation? Don't worry, boss.
A
I got
shroom
you on
check.
that one too.
Shroom check.
Oh no, not the 4. That's okay. The
I mean,
spirits.
this.
God damn it!
The
With a
spirit.
4.
The spirits bring it up to
Yeah.
a 22.
Oh, fuck off.
I
Give me
got
a
a
medicine
feeling
check as
intelligence
well.
is your thing.
Oh, it's charisma actually.
He just has expertise in the right area.
Give me a medicine check as well, please.
That's what I'm good
That
at.
I'm not so hot at. But luckily, spirits talk to me all the time.
Okay. um. You find the you find spores on all of you, but not any that have embedded themselves until you get to Grim.
Before we get to Grim, can we remove said spores from ourselves?
How would you like to do so?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is fire, right? Like that's effective.
Ouch!
But
Ow.
is like a shower gonna do it?
I don't know.
Me
Are you
neither.
gonna try a shower?
How are we going to make a shower?
Yeah, a hot cocoa vomit shower.
A golden
Ew.
one?
Oh, no!
I've learned more about someone's preferences tonight than I'll ever want to admit that I knew I wanted to know.
Listen, Keegan's not here. Okay, he's not. That was a different game.
Well, we all seem to have spores on us, so perhaps we should try and clean ourselves off to mitigate the chance of infection. But, Grim, bad news, old chap. You seem to, well, I just turned British, fuck. You seem to have been, infected.
About that. I've had some of these spores in me for a long time. See, look. See these cracks on my hand? Watch. And I'll actually shoot tendrils out in the air.
Okay.
That's how I feed. Yeah. So I proceed to tell them my life story about how I ate some funky mushrooms. And now the mushrooms made me want to feed.
How long ago did you eat these
So-
funky mushrooms?
A long time ago. Before when I was not an adventurer.
Wow.
Long ass time ago.
So longer than we've known you.
Oh, most definitely. Hold on. Is there a rodent or a scurrying animal somewhere around here? No. Who has the most life right now and trusts me really, really well?
Well, before you start devouring people, I am working on a experimental way to, get rid of the spores. Would you like to jump in my fire jacuzzi?
Good lord.
So, barring your
Uh,
pre-existing condition with the mushrooms, bad news, old chap. You have a new fungal infection, and it's not athlete's foot.
What's athlete's foot?
where is it? Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry, athlete's hoof.
is this new thing new, or is he just discovering what I've always had?
I mean, you never felt sluggish and slow and like this before?
Oh, that fucking thingy that made me real tired. Fuck. Alright, I'm game.
Well, Miss Robin is, the chef's supposed to be asking her about any new discoveries, so let's put a hold on the whole fire jacuzzi. That can be our backup plan.
Could we feed him Hellfire hot chocolate?
Miss Lisa's
That-
not in town right now.
That was some of the best hot chocolate I've ever had.
Feel any predispositions to vomit firestorms?
Yeah,
You mean
Chris.
like
any?
Timmy over there? No.
Regardless of how much he drank,
Poor guy.
I mean, if the corpses are still burning, you could just like step into that for a few seconds, see what happens.
Okay.
I could
mean,
just
I'm
shoot
not
you with
saying
a.
you have to.
How big are these spores, by the way? Are they like granular or are they kind of big?
The spores on all of you are like sugar, like fine ground sugar, but they kind of
Yummy.
stick to you. What you
Yeah.
find
Cold.
on Grim are the typical behind the ear signs.
Poor Grim.
Are the ones that we have kind of it's like sugar, but it's kind of bluish in color, like some that I
No.
just might have. These
No,
are
you have the white
powdery
ones.
looking.
Yes, these are the white powdery ones.
Oh,
They
that's
just-
bad.
They just don't seem to have rooted
Taken
yet.
hold.
Yep.
Well, can I find a bucket of water around here somewhere?
Nope.
If you guys don't all mind taking, a little bit of fire, I can get rid of all the spores on all of us. But it will hurt.
I can take
Oh,
it. I don't know if Daisy or anybody else can take it.
Oh, was I supposed to add life back to myself at some point?
35.
Yeah, 35 earlier.
I don't know about Victor. Can I be unwounded, please?
Did you give yourself 35 hit points?
Yeah, I'm almost near max.
No, we're to keep you as wounded.
I don't know why I didn't clear it.
Drugs.
Yeah, that happens.
Well, I mean, I'm the one who suggested, so give it your best shot.
Everybody come stand next to me or near me, and we can all take a little fire bath real quick.
Okay.
Just
No.
it's
No. I don't know if Daisy could take it.
I guess
You-
do it anyway.
Wait. If you look really bad, I can heal you up a little bit. I mean, you're just
I
gonna
mean,
take the damage again,
if we're
right?
talking like out of 147 points, right? She looks about an 82.
Okay, you're fine. You could.
I
you
mean,
could
I'm
take
about a
this, it's fine.
73 out of 133. I think I can take it.
Wow, I got the lowest amount of hit points.
All right, so everybody's gonna take a little bit of damage because it's gonna be a circle, and it's gonna be. I mean, this might hurt a little bit actually.
All right, go ahead and do it.
Are you gonna firewall?
I'm firewalling a circle around us. Yeah.
with the fire pointed inward, I assume.
Yeah. And as soon as you get hurt, just get out of the circle, right? Yeah, like it's gonna. I don't know if I can make it a circle. Like,
How long do you
This doesn't
guys
make me
want
feel good.
to stay in the fire?
I'll throw it down over here.
It depends on how much damage it does.
Yeah, we'll see. Just so we can see the damage, right? 42. Oh my god.
As long as we get to take a nap afterwards, we're good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that 42 and immediately get out.
I mean, or you could just drop it. Like, jeez.
Yeah, I'll drop it. I'll drop it immediately. So we take the damage, and then I'm dropping it.
I assume nobody's trying to resist the fire because you're trying to burn the spores off.
I'm trying to take it to the face here.
Right.
Okay. So
We'll just
everybody's
take
going to
it.
take 42 points of fire damage. Don't worry about... we'll worry about that in case if you guys decide to pick a fight with anybody later. Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Make your
I mean,
Congratulations.
I'll roll. I'm just dropping
you
it
gotta
anyway,
you
but-
gotta roll to get it to go away. Yeah. I know. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and
Do we all have to make one?
No, I'm gonna do the
Ooh, why did I get double hit?
I already
did you
removed
already,
the
did you already
42
do
from me.
it?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that's fine.
I was at 92.
There you go. Cool. So you all take the 42 points of fire damage as Eldwin like spins around, like this wall of fire just comes up and around you, and burns you all on purpose. Okay.
Sorry guys, I had to use my 7th level spell to do that, so it was a lot of damage.
Are the spores gone off of me?
They do appear to be gone off of you. From what you can see.
What about me?
That sounds like a disclaimer.
Can I
to
do a
me.
medicine check on Grimold to see if all the what the condition of the spores are on him?
Sure can, at disadvantage.
Cool. Disadvantage. Nope.
Yeah.
I look healthy.
I'll go up to Chris and be like, I know you're new to this sort of thing, but you see here how he's got the patches of necrosis behind the ears. It generally means that the infection from the spore has taken hold, and well, he's well on his way to.
Aww.
That's good to know for future reference.
I just, the smaller giants, I found out they had latent spores from my condition. There were no outwardly signs.
There were about to be.
They were deep latent within them, but I was able to find them.
Yeah, we almost
So-
had one explode because I used Thunder Wave to push one, and it started bubbling.
So there may not be some outward symptoms, but I may be able to find some inward symptoms. If we're all in the communal self-mutilation self-help group right now. I can find out if there's some in you.
Anybody watching this group?
So let me get this straight. You're saying that you think your pre-existing
Tendrils.
condition is somehow related to what's going on here now.
Most definitely.
Right. So do you think you can help, or would you like to take a soak in the fire jacuzzi?
See.
I
Damn.
mean, help how? I can find out if you're still infected.
Well,
That was my thing.
now we know you're infected with the thing that's been killing the individual villagers around here.
Yeah, but what?
You're not going to be let out of quarantine. Perhaps you should turn some of that fungal mojo inwards and see if you could uninfect yourself with whatever the new condition is.
I wasn't able to unaffect. I could only find. So from what you said, I'm newly infected.
Right, so that's what I'm trying to say. Are you sure that your pre-existing condition is the exact same thing that you're infected with now?
Yeah, maybe the condition, your pre-existing condition, can eat the new infection, and you'll be cured.
Well, the first existing ones, I ate the mushrooms.
Well, good news. The mushrooms are now eating you from the inside. Well, at least a different kind of mushroom is my assumption.
Eat another one.
So, you want me to absorb the new condition?
What I'm saying is... Alright, let's back up. You said that you touched the smaller giants and detected spores of your pre-existing condition there, but they were dormant. But
They
now
weren't
you're infected.
Those were just the spores lately. I can't
You just detected the
verify.
fact that they were infected, that there was some there, they could become active and spread.
Yeah, but it
Right,
wasn't
so,
necessarily mine.
barring your pre-existing condition then, you're infected
Yeah.
with that and the new shit.
Most
So
probably.
that's what we're saying. Will the old condition maybe eat the spores from the new condition?
Now, hold on,
We have
Victor.
no
We're
idea.
getting to the point here that they're not related whatsoever. He just so happens to have some sort of freaky tentacle mushroom power from eating too many magic mushrooms.
One time.
Well,
Well,
It still means that they probably have nothing to do with one another. The fact that they're mushrooms is just a coincidence.
that's what I'm getting at. And I'd rather you not touch me because you are infected. Let's minimize that risk.
okay. Well, only one way to find out. So I'm going to
And step away.
see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna step away.
Something drastic's about to happen.
He's gonna try to eat himself, is my guess.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I got my
I'm
gun
gonna-
drawn.
Well, don't shoot me.
Okay,
if you
fine.
start to blow up, maybe.
I got
So
quick
I'm-
draw. I'll just palm my pistol.
So I'm going to.
I love it when you palm your pistol.
I knew you
however,
did.
I'm going to tendril my net area where they saw the newfound fandangled Shit.
This patches of necrosis behind the ears.
Yeah.
So you're going
So
to
I'm
touch
gonna
yourself.
tender my-
He's going to
And the
fondle
neck.
himself.
I'm going to
Okay.
caress my neck.
Okay.
He's
Ew.
pressing his neck with
I
tendrils.
hate you guys.
Why do
This
you
isn't, we
hate
haven't even
us?
gotten to the bad stuff yet.
This exactly. This is all PG-13. Jesus.
You should have
Uh,
been for. Yeah.
But this is
Procession
also
Crown Yoke.
Lon.
You should have been
What-
Keegan. Keegan was.
This is lawn easy mode. He hasn't even turned it up yet. All right. So you put your palm on your neck and you actively try to feed on yourself. That's what you do when the roots or tendrils come
Yes.
out and embed themselves into your neck. Excellent.
I'm gonna try to focus on the necrotic area.
Sure. Go ahead and give me.
I can't hold it.
Give me a investigation roll, and I'm gonna give me an investigation roll. I'm gonna have some bonuses here privately, but just regular roll,
Still-
not disadvantage. You
Okay.
Hey,
would have
well-
advantage, but you have some issues going on right now. Yeah.
While he does this, I'm going to see if I can't pay attention to what he's doing. And if it looks like it's getting out of hand, or, I mean, I don't know how I would know that, but just a feeling.
Okay.
Just kind of keep an eye on him. That
If you
it
get the
looks like
heebie-jeebies, you're gonna put him out of his misery.
Hey, the spirits. are
either
really
do
hurt.
that or try to rip his hand off his neck, or
Oh, you're gonna go touch him? Cool. Cool.
maybe.
Okay.
Someone
So
needs
We
to
haven't
touch
got
it.
there yet.
I assume that the spirits are whispering to Grim.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a phenomenon. I can't control it.
They just talk to whoever they want to talk to.
Basically,
Cool,
Any given
cool.
moment, it just happens. I love a
Cool,
60-foot range on guidance. It's brilliant.
There you go, Lon. Little sexy whisper for you, so that you can disseminate the information however you would like. And I'm gonna get a drink real quick. So, BRB for a second. Actually, if you guys want to take a potty break real quick, while we have Lon do that, let's take a real bathroom break instead of a technical difficulty break, and
Okay.
we'll come back to see what Lon's got going on. Good.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, Grim, you got your answer.
So, the same ones I found in the small giants, I'm seeing within me.
Can you remove them out of yourself?
One way to find out.
How deep do you got to go?
That's what. No.
Not too deep, just the tip.
God. Oh.
That's boring. Fucking commit. All the way.
Nah. So I'm actually going to. I've never tried this before, but actually use the vampiric feature of my roots, and although it seems kind of
Self-serving.
self-inflicting, yeah. Oh. So yeah, I'm actually going to absorb them from myself to myself.
So what you're saying is
Yeah.
you're gonna suck yourself?
Yeah, he is. He's sucking himself.
No, I perfectly said absorb.
Yeah, but we all heard suck.
Hey, whatever happens at the end of the suck is between you and yourself because you're sucking yourself. I'm going to
I
hell.
don't know. They say dogs do it.
I mean, he's a minotaur. It's basically the same thing, right? Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. So what happens?
Roll me a d20.
Hey, that's better than what I thought you were gonna have to roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
no.
I don't know. It's
Excellent.
not a roll. Could be just numbers. You know, high, low, type shit.
Excellent.
He said excellent. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, excellent
Oh.
usually means something bad.
Usually mean it's really bad.
I know. I said not good.
How many are you trying to absorb at one time?
How many what? How many hit points or how many spores?
How many white dots are you trying to absorb at one time? 1, 5, 10? How many are you trying to absorb at one time?
First, I'm gonna do a little taster. Just try to do like as few as I can. See if I feel anything.
I mean, you're in control of this ability, so you tell me how many for your taste are you trying?
Bare minimum.
1.
Give me a
No,
fucking
one.
number.
1.
Thank you.
I thought I said 1 before. Oh no, sorry.
You said bare minimum. You kept giving a round out. All right.
3.14.
Fuck off.
1. Or as close to 1 as possible. That kinda hurt.
I don't want you going outside though.
Well, sounds
How-
like we're gonna have you quarantined off there for a while, Grim. Then
I'm gonna try something. So, when I try to absorb it, I seem to have. So basically, I absorb things, I hurt something, and I heal by it. I just felt the hurt. I didn't feel the life energy just coming into me. But I don't know who can heal me. How many do I have? What's lay on hands? What's the number?
You
Based
have
on your
0 of
level.
65 right now.
65.
Yeah, but you don't have any. You've already spent it.
I did.
Yeah. And you took a beating.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna need someone to heal me. Because I'm gonna take out a bunch and hurt myself. But if this works, I seemingly have a way to take him out. But it hurts.
I would suggest waiting, because if you remember, I don't know if we told you this actually. When we've healed people with your new condition, it made it worse.
I know it made it quicker, but we were just healing them. I am, in a sense, absorbing them.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you can't get rid of all of them, me healing you afterward is just going to make them replenish and come back.
What about with just a healing potion?
Still magical healing.
Yeah.
How close are we to resting today?
I heal mundane means and magical, so
I mean, we've been burning these bodies for a few hours, but it's still probably like midday.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, yeah, exactly. You guys have been burning the bodies for a few hours. But prior to this, you guys had basically just woken up.
So before we rest tonight, I will take out a little bit larger chunk. Preferably from the confines of my own quarantine room. So that's my plan for today.
Well, the rest of us seem to be good, but we do have the issue of those mushrooms that are growing over by the wall now, which is an issue.
As you guys are talking, a dwarf just walks right by you and starts heading towards the first set of stone walls that were erected.
I'll say after him in Dwarvish, all sealed up then, are we?
Oh, it's as good as I can do.
Any word from the sheriff yet? If he's spoken with Miss Robin?
That's why I'm going back to the wall to see.
Fair enough. Let me know, will ya?
Aye.
We should probably let the sheriff know about the other mushrooms, right? Because I don't know if they know about those
Well, he
guys.
came
at the wall.
from, like, if he's heading back towards the first set of walls, it means he's heading down here, right?
Yeah, and then east.
So he's heading towards this direction?
That's
East
west.
is the other way.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, I'm fucking
He's
retarded.
literally going away from them. Yeah.
But, okay, so where did he come from, I guess is the question.
North.
So he came down this way.
Yep. He came this
Gotcha.
way. And he's going like around the burning pillar of doom here.
Which means there's a possibility he doesn't know about them.
Yeah, we do gotta tell those guys.
One problem at a time.
So we throw Grim onto the fire, and then we go tell the guys.
Well, I'm willing to let him try to do his self-fellation thing he's got going on.
Sure.
Do need to figure out how to get rid of the ones that are those new mushrooms, though.
But Grim, let's just say this: if you start, coughing up white spores and whatnot, do us all a favor and throw yourself on the pyre so we don't have to do it for you, would you?
Or,
Right,
at least
right
say
then, his
something.
mind's gone. Let's throw him on the pyre.
All right. Well,
Bueller.
Grim is dead as you guys have thrown him onto the fire.
And he still hasn't said anything.
Good talk.
Yep.
Aww.
Why am I in the fire?
Because we've been talking to you for the past 4 minutes and you've been staring down.
So we assumed you were taken over by the
Yeah.
mushrooms already.
We thought you were brain dead. The mushrooms got you.
So anyway, now that you're paying attention, Grim, we're willing to let you try your self-fellation to cure your condition, but if not, would you do us all a favor and before you start throwing up white spores and throw yourself on the pyre, save us the trouble, would you?
I'm about self-sacrifice, but I am not committing suicide right now.
I said we're willing to let you try your self-fellation to try and cure your condition, but if it gets too far gone,
Or at least say something before you know. If you start to pass out, feel like you're going to pass out, say something at least, so we know we need to burn you.
Or don't say anything so we know we gotta burn you.
Okay.
Either way, I'll play at his funeral.
Well, there's another funeral I won't be
No.
attending.
Yeah, that'll be a funeral I'll avoid.
Hey, maybe he'll come back to life.
Maybe.
That's why we won't be attending, because his
If for
music
no other,
might.
if for
Music
no
so
other
bad raises the
reason
dead.
other than to kill Victor.
I want you rest in peace.
All right. I'm just gonna go chill in my isolation quarantine room.
Yeah, just pick one of these abandoned buildings here.
Probably the one that's on fire, though.
No. I'm not dead yet.
Fair enough.
Hey.
The dwarf is coming back. Seems to be having something clutched in his hand, and he walks over to you, Warwick. And he hands you this words, small. A scroll case. Hands you a scroll case, and he talks to you in Dwarvish, and he says, Marshall said something that you made a deal with the new owners of the shop. She has information, but she's not willing to give it until you've done your verbal agreement or you sign this.
I'll hold up my hand and take it.
Okay. He hands you the scroll case.
I'll open it, and I assume there is a contract inside.
There is.
I assume it's a very lengthy, wordy contract.
It is.
Can I get that in writing, please?
You cannot.
He takes it and just throws it into the fire.
Can I get what is...
The fine print.
Would you like to review the contract?
Yes, I would like to review it very thoroughly.
Okay. Due to familiarity with such things, you may have a investigation roll with advantage.
Oh, Lord.
Hey.
You know what? Fuck it.
Carrots.
There you go. 37.
He found the
Excellent.
fine print within the fine print.
And the subtext. And the doublespeak.
So, the contract starts off like you would anticipate, right? That hereto with for art thou contract e blah blah blah. But the gist of it is that basically she's willing to give up the information pending you signing this contract, with the agreement that being on the upcoming full moon, which is dated and timed, you will go to the location that she specified, open up whatever it is whatever the tomb is, get the horn, retrieve it, and return it to her within 2 days of getting it. And then there's all the subclauses that if you fail to do so, not only your life and soul is forfeit, but anybody that you make contact with within the next period of time between now and the ending date of this contract.
God damn.
There's no additional as far as the verbal agreement. It's only if you fail that there are additionals, or you don't bring it back within the time frame.
So there's no penalties to my verbal, but this definitely accrues penalties.
Correct.
Well, I just can't help myself.
Throw it in the fire? No. I mean, of course this contract is magical.
Yeah, I figured it would be. Well, well, if she asks, tell her I'm holding on to this in case it becomes more of a pressing issue. But for now, we'll stick with the verbal agreement we have.
It is enchantment magic.
Of course, it's probably geisha
Yep.
or something like that. I'll put the contract back in the case and stick it in my coat pocket.
Okay.
The inner one. In case it matters.
Right. So Do we want to head over to the mushrooms or head to the sheriff and see what he knows and let him know what we know?
Speaking of which, I never caught your name. Goddard. The dwarfen guard's name. What is it?
Oh.
Since you all like to ask me what the names of my NPCs
Mhm.
are, it's my turn now.
Bob. That sounds like a good dwarven name. McDougal.
Dligith Battlehammer.
Yeah, I can't say that. Anyway,
Dligith.
Dligith.
Dligith
Close enough.
Battlehammer.
Dligith. Well, before you run off there, Dligith. You might want to come over here and look at these things just as a forewarning. Spread, let the other guards know what to look out for.
All right.
So I assume Elduin's gonna walk over there with me, and whoever the hell else
yeah.
will come as I go to show Dligith these bitchin' ass mushrooms that seem to have grown out of or from his buddies' bodies that the guards that have fallen off the wall, and let him know that there seems to be 7 on the inside that we know of for sure.
Um. Oh. Okay. As you lead him over there and you show him, he says in Dwarvish. Dwarvish is his first language, the language he's always going to talk into, or talk in, as it's common, nobody understands. He tells you that those appear just like the Kettercap mushrooms from the Battlehammer clan, only bigger.
Well, just so I don't have to do the whole talking. And what do you use those mushrooms for?
We eat them.
So they have the tendrils, the whole 9 yards, growing out of the bottoms of the caps there?
The tendrils, no, but the color and the veins.
And are these
Only
things...
smaller, like maybe 4 inches tall.
And they have a aversion to fire?
I don't know.
And you were growing these prior to it warming up here in the Dale?
Yes, we specifically bred and created a cold immune mushroom. We actually gave some spores to a group a while ago called Entropy Inc. They had a turtle that was very interested in our fungal endeavors.
That's the second or third time that name's come up as people of interest in this. I'm wondering if they have something to do with this or know what's going on more than we do.
He will point up to the city you guys can see that's flying in the air. I mean, oodles of miles away, but you can still see it just in there. Because last I knew, they were going after the Frostmaiden in that thing, or at that thing, but it was underground, so I don't know how it got up there or why they haven't come back. But they clearly were victorious because there's a sun.
Interesting. Well, let's try and keep
people away from these mushrooms. We don't know if they're infectious like the people who were infected become.
By the way, the one that burrowed is back up on the surface.
Is it still charred?
No.
It's regenerated.
Yes. And it's no longer in that defensive position. It is now back to being in full bloom, if you will.
Have they grown at all since we looked at them last?
Great question. Give me an intelligence ability check. It looks like some of the tendrils have, but not necessarily the mushroom as a whole.
And you did say that the tendrils were a new addition to these mushrooms other than the abnormally large size, correct?
Yes.
They seem to be getting longer. That is worrying. Well, let's see what we can figure out, and if you'd like to go update the other guards and let the sheriff know what we've done. Oh, by the way, the flame jacuzzi over there is what's left of the giants.
Were their spores any different? Did you get any samples?
No, unfortunately, unless you're talking about live infection. Our paladin, the minotaur-looking fellow, seems to have caught it.
I see. Well, I'll go back to the wall and let them know.
Thank you.
And he trots off.
Well then, I say we rest in the house we threw Kitty in here, and that way we can look out the window and keep watch on these damn mushrooms. That way we're not standing out in the elements, I guess.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
that's good. I mean, it's only midday. We can still do other things before we just rest. But yeah, I'm just fine with me.
Well, I'm all for sitting down for a while and keeping an eye on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
We have to wait for Grim to do his thing.
Touchy feely.
The sucking himself thing.
Yeah.
You're all just jealous that he can suck himself off.
Hey, I'm not saying either way. I got a
Do I
little
hear this
figure that helped
conversation
me.
happening? Do I hear this conversation happening?
You're right
I
there
mean,
with us.
I mean, did you go into a building for your self-quarantine?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how far away it was. I mean, or if they're speaking rather loudly, or did I know they're trying to get samples?
I don't think anybody knows about sample. That was in Dwarvish at the wall, which is hundreds of feet away from you.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought they were
that-
nearby.
That part with the dwarf was far away. So you would not have heard anything about samples as far as that's concerned.
Okay.
Okay, so what house do the rest of you go into? Assume Grim's going to come into this house.
We tossed
Which-
Kenny or Kyle or Stan or whatever his name is.
Over
in
here,
this house.
Tommy.
Tommy,
didn't we?
yeah, Tommy, but yeah,
Well, I know it's Tommy, but I'm obviously not going to say.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's go in the house.
Hooray.
We call him everything but his name.
That's the
Mhm.
point.
Right. That's the point.
Poor guy.
Well, if we're gonna be just sitting here and resting for at least a hour or so, I might as well get myself feeling better because I'm pretty fucking hurt after that self-inflation of fire.
Yeah, I'm good with taking a nap.
You had that burning sensation, man. Gotta
You
take care of
betcha.
Oh, man, that's
I
interesting.
apparently had to spread it to all of you, so you know.
it.
God.
Hey, Wart,
Well, since
can
we're
you
in
see all
quarantine
these
and we're just
people
watching
glowing?
this burn, I'm assuming we're going to be doing long rest.
Yeah,
Can you
I
see?
can.
It's because they all have magical items on them.
I figured that's why. I
That's
thought that
so
was nifty.
fucking hot. God, that's cool.
I'm I mean, I'm gonna just do this one time while we're sitting here, just because I have plenty of them. Ayo.
So how long do we plan on staying in this building?
Well, I
We'll
don't
take as
know.
long a rest as possible.
Well, we have to make sure the giants completely burn through, and then Grimm's got to do whatever the hell he's going to do, and it seems to me that these mushrooms outside are growing, so I don't know what to make of that yet. Although, the dwarf fellow did say that, they look like, Kettercap mushrooms. They used to grow underground there where the Battlehammer clan lives, and, that some turtle was given some spores, as he went off on his merry way, and well, now we have ones that are like 20 times the size and have tendrils growing up from under the caps. So, who knows what's going on with that?
Wonderful.
If we ever find these people, maybe they have answers for us, but you know, who knows if that'll ever happen. Since we're sitting here, and I don't assume any of you have any particularly great food on you. If you want something to eat, I'm going to give myself some food, and you guys can take one if you want. As I cast good berries and make 10 berries and eat one.
I'll eat one.
Sure, I'll take one.
I'll eyeball one before I eat it because I've never had a good berry. So, what's this?
It's a
Smoothie,
berry.
smoothie, smoothie.
It's a berry that will nourish you for the whole day. Don't eat more than one, unless you have a big appetite or you want to have some stomach issues.
Okay, I'll eat it. What's the worst that can happen? I get stomach issues.
Why not?
I've eaten worse
Sure.
stuff in the military.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have a dome surround you all, plus bury you in snow, and have all of you have stomach issues,
Ew.
just so we can recreate that scene that with Kappa will knock down.
That's
Is
disgusting.
immortalized forever on the interwebs.
I didn't know. That was the day I learned that Trace could not stop smelling.
He couldn't shut his sense of smell off.
Yeah, it just it was bad. It was
Mhm.
bad. Okay.
Okay, it was pretty bad.
Okay.
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 All right.
I was waiting for somebody to break. Do you feed one to Kentucky Fried Chicken there on the ground?
Just call him KFC.
Here you go, Billy Bob.
They last for 24 hours, so I will set one. Does he have like a bag or pocket? I'll just put one in a pocket, so he can.
Okay.
If he wakes up and checks his pocket, he can fucking eat one.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna
Splat.
force feed it.
That's
Or
fine.
he rolls over and crushes it. It's fine.
You know that's his problem. I'm not gonna force feed him.
Fair enough.
But Mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we don't want him choking on it, so it's better not to force feed him.
Fair enough.
Go in there and smack him around a little bit. Hey, wake up. Nah, that'd be a bad idea.
It's probably about an hour or so later. You guys hear a knock on the door.
I'll answer it. Hell with it.
It's Deligeth.
Okay.
Can I come in?
Oh.
You know what?
Quick question. Did we have enough time for a short rest?
Yeah, you guys can hit short rest.
Cool.
Thank God.
I guess I'll let somebody get their abilities and shit back.
Do some auto rolling here.
Oh man, the Song of Rest kicked in. Sexy. Look at all that dice. My gosh. Woo.
Jesus.
Ford
One-
recovers 101 hit points. He's just over here meditating, like.
When
He go-
the dwarf comes in, because I know every time he shows up, he speaks in Dwarvish, and I don't speak it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Detect Dots so that maybe he's like, thinking of what he's saying before he says it. So that way, I'm included in the conversation. I'm just hoping.
Okay, are you?
It's just surface thoughts. Just surface thoughts.
You're,
I'm not
okay,
gonna
so
probe.
you're not trying to probe. You're just surface thought.
So yeah, I'm hoping that his surface thoughts are what he's talking about, so I'm included in the conversation.
That is a brilliant use of that ability.
Oh, well, hello, Dilligith. Dilligith, Tommy, whatever your name is. Dilligith,
He
I
just
think
like
that's
gives you this terrible stink eye when you say Tommy. He's like, I'll fucking punch you in the face too.
I apologize, Dilligith. It was merely a jest.
Yeah, but not his fucking name. Anyway, so we're basically on our own over here until either you're, and he like looks around. Maybe you already did it. Did you already burned the Minotaur?
Oh, no, he's, doing whatever he's doing over there in a self-quarantine building on the other side of the, flame jacuzzi.
Oh, are we boarding up the doors and windows and setting on fire?
Not yet. If, we're gonna check on him here in a little bit, and if he's gone, all glazy-eyed and spore, gouting. I don't think that's the right word, but, spewing spores and all that jazz, we'll burn it ourselves.
Right. Anyway, Marshal, Sheriff, cousin, uncle, brother-in-law, the third, whatever the fuck you guys have named him.
Twice removed.
At least twice removed. He's a little concerned you didn't sign the document so we could have the information now, but understands why you didn't. Cynthia would like a sample of the mushrooms. Preferably the entire thing.
So,
Well, whole thing then, huh? Well, I
I'm
think
not
that...
sure how we're gonna do that. And she won't break Marshall's law to come to this side of the wall until we know Grimm is either safe or dead.
Well, let's go check on the old boy and see. If worst comes to worst, I'd rather not have two looming, soul-consuming things over my head. If I have to, we'll sign the damn contract. Well, I guess.
But by the way, Eldwin, your detect thoughts worked.
Ooh, cool.
He was definitely thinking about how to word the things, and he was actively thinking, slowing his speech down. Because he knows he talks really fast. And even in Dwarvish, it's hard to it's hard, like, if you weren't detecting thoughts, you would have no idea what the fuck he was saying, even if you understood Dwarvish. That's how fast he's thinking before he's forcing himself to slow down and speak. Like, there's a whole thought process. So you are understanding what he is thinking before he is saying it, and there's like, for you, it's almost like he's in lag mode.
Mm.
But it works.
Well, like I said, let's go check on the old boy over yonder.
Sounds great to
Sure.
me.
I'll
Nods
go
and,
with you.
like, after you kind of
Let's
thing.
go.
He doesn't know where he's going.
I'd lead him over there to wherever the hell Grimm's hanging out at.
All right, so Warwick and Associates head over to Grimm's quarantined hut.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a bar. Grimm's
Knock
quarantine.
on the door hard, and I'll be like, Grim, are you glazed over there and spewing spores yet, or you've done your thing?
Oh, I'm just. You smell a large whiff of cigar smoke. I've just been smoking a cigar in here for, enjoying it.
I mean, you're not trying to cure yourself or anything?
Well, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it later.
Well, we're kind of on a timetable here, bud.
You didn't tell me that. Okay. All right. Um.
Just in case you need this information, if you eliminate all of them and you pass out or die, in about 10 minutes I'll enter the room and I might be able to revive you.
Well, that's good to know. So when I was sitting here smoking, I had a thought. I wonder if I'm able to transmit these spores. Can you find me a rodent of some kind that's dead?
We're trying to get the spores out of you so we can leave the quarantine zone, not transmit them to other things.
Yes, but if I can take it out of me and put it into something, we can then burn it.
I don't think there's anything
Instead of-
living on this side of the quarantine zone.
I need it. I'm trying.
How? I mean,
Could you?
does
I mean,
does it have to be alive, or do you
I don't
think
think-
that you could do it to another mushroom?
it needs to have something with no spores in it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a tough one because almost
no.
everything in the cities want to have spores in it in some way, fashion, or form. And most likely, if it's a rodent.
Or you can talk to someone if like they can have some sort of medium where I can, put it into for scientific purposes or research or to mess with it.
So you're asking for a jar.
I don't know if a jar will work. I can try a jar.
Well, I mean, you're inside
Gotta-
of a house, which is a big wooden box. Do you think you could put it into there?
It'd have to
Could
be
you put it in a
enclosed.
homunculus?
What?
My little flying thing.
Is it alive?
It's a mechanical construct, I think.
I have a feeling these things are organic. So I
Yes,
feel like I need to put it in an organic item.
It's a tiny construct.
And if you're feeling like you need to spread the spores there, Grim, I'm sorry to say that's not really an option here.
All right, let's
Yeah.
just
We're
burn it
try-
down.
It's not to spread, it's to put it in a spot that's more easily disposed of rather than people.
You
I can
you
save
you
people this way.
basically trying to convince us to let you spread it without spreading it in your terms. It sounds pretty bad to us. It sounds like the mushrooms are getting to you.
Uh, I just have a theory that I want to test out. I'll put it into something that can be killed easily. And it's a rodent, not a person. I can see the flaming jacuzzi. If my theory is correct and it is spread, I can just chuck it in there.
No, I'll do a cursory search for a rodent of some sort.
I
Anything
mean,
living.
how long do you want to invest in trying to search for something like that?
Mm,
I mean, it doesn't have to be active search, just as you're moseying about around town. If you find something,
we can't leave this quarantine zone until you're dealt with, one way or the other.
hey,
I will spend about an hour looking. 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay, give me investigation roll.
Then in response to that question, yeah, I will answer in the affirmative, but we're not sure if he's in his right state of mind or not.
Okay.
I was about to use telepathy to, send that message to him.
Well, I'll go into other parts of the town and look as well. Spend about the same amount of time. See if we can find a rat or a possum or something.
All right, Blood Hunter, give me your own investigation roll.
It's the same.
We wasted all of our really good rolls on the fight against the giant.
just a heads up, I gotta leave in 15 minutes.
Yep.
All right, let's just find out if there's an animal nearby, all right?
Okay.
Not all of us are druids, man.
I mean,
Nothing's
Chris and
happening.
Victor on an hour-long search. You guys are having this conversation now, so
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well then, if there's another infected outside of the walls that they could bring in, I would be willing to give that a shot, rather than risk infecting someone new.
I might be able to find an animal nearby if you just give me a few minutes. Actually, shouldn't even take that long. And I'm pretty sure I have to name a specific animal or beast or whatever, but I will, I'll think of a rat since, there's possibly a rat in the city. And I'm going to cast locate animal. Literally finds an animal. There you go.
what's the range?
5 miles, and it tells me the direction and distance of the
God.
closest one to me.
Okay, roll me a d100. Okay. Roll me a d4. All right. You detect that there are rats, and the closest ones to you seem to be underground and in this area. Zoom out a little bit.
Ah, okay. And I tell how, well, I mean, I should be able to tell how far underground they are. I've definitely got a way to get to them if they're not that far.
You guys are up here right now, so this is 190. Okay, and then they're about 205 feet away from you. As you get closer to them, maybe it'll give you a better how far underground they actually are.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
Because remember, you guys are up here by Grimm's
yeah,
house.
yeah. All right. Well, Warwick, if we want to test this with not a person, I can sense that there are some rats. I'm pretty sure they're within the quarantine zone. They're by the mushrooms people that we need to get one of those mushrooms anyway, so we can go over there, get a mushroom, and get a rat, and come back here.
Well, Gliggith seems to think that we could acquire an already infected individual from outside this quarantine and bring them in and use that. And, well, if they're already infected, they can't, well, in theory, become more infected. So I think that's also a viable option.
Well, I'll start heading towards the mushrooms and see if I can figure out a way to get a rat, and I'll see if I can figure out a way to get one of these mushrooms since we need one of those as well. If
Oh,
you
well,
want.
I have a plan for that, but first we also need to solve Grimm's thing. So let's take care of that. I'll walk with Gliggith to, I'm sure there's a checkpoint in the wall somewhere, right?
No, they were just throwing things over it.
Oh, well, I
Hmm.
mean, that'll work too. I assume you have a way to get a message across then.
Yeah, just yell.
All right, well, I'll go with Ligeth and see about acquiring a poor unfortunate soul.
And I'll see about getting a rat.
Okay. I'll. Are you? Is Eldwin? Are you walking over there, or?
Yeah, but I'm assuming you guys like took off trying to find shit while
Yeah,
we were
this is
still
all
talking.
going on.
Yeah, this is all going on at the same time as Chris and Victor. You guys are
So
searching
we're
for
out
rats.
just
Yeah.
search.
Yeah.
About the only one who can make a decision here on what to do is Daisy. What are you doing? Go with Warwick, go with Elduin, or stick around and talk to Grim through a wall?
So she said, talking to Grim does not sound fun.
Damn.
My dearest beloved.
Help find a rat.
Well, she's
Okay.
a cat. She could be given to catch a
Give me
rat.
your own investigation check.
Yeah.
Rat. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Oh man. Okay, in that case, Warwick and Eldwin, both of you just roll me d20s. Warwick goes first. All right, Warwick. As you and Deligeth make your way over to, we're calling the checkpoint, but it's just a bunch of stone pillars that have been erected to form a wall. When you get to that area, you can the temperature drastically gets colder, and you can see there's like a layer of frost on this side of the pillars that you see, as well as around the house. And as you guys are getting closer, you just hear Deligeth like cursing under his breath in Dwarvish and saying things like, "Why the fuck is she still here? She can't do any fucking thing. She needs to go help people who can be fucking helped." Like just muttering underneath his breath.
Hmm.
Well, I assume I know who's over there then. Cynthia, do you have a moment to speak?
Warren? How many of you are infected?
Well, just Grim, really.
That's good news, I guess, that it's just one of you.
Yeah, as good as it can be. You wouldn't,
Oh.
on that side of the wall happen to have another person who's, also infected, would you?
Yes, we've had to set up another quarantine zone. We've got about 40 more infected.
You, well, Grim seems to have a theory, and we're not quite sure if he's gone loopy from the infection or if he's onto something. Would you be willing to send one of them over here to us?
What's gonna happen to them?
Well, Grim seems to have some pre-existing fungal infection of sorts that, well, he seems to think that he can move the spores from himself, causing the new infection over to another living host. I'm not really keen on this, but I figured it'd be better to do it to someone who's already infected instead of a non-infected person.
I'll go see if there are any volunteers.
I would appreciate that. I guess if it works, that means that somehow Grim could possibly move all the infection points to one person to be dealt with. Maybe that's a bit further down the road. We require another volunteer, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'll go find out.
That'd be really swell. Thank you for your time.
You can tell she's walking away because you can see the frost visibly melting from the sides of the buildings before the pillars.
Well, I'll look over at Bligeth and be like, well, at least you can tell she cares.
He'll say, sometimes she gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, when you all of a sudden start developing powers that seem to mimic the Frostmaiden, I'm sure that would give anybody heebie-jeebies.
As soon as you say that, he's like, shh. Don't say that around her. Also, don't mention a Fenris or a Giselle around her.
Hot pressure points that we'd best avoid touching then, huh?
If you would like to stay warm, yes.
I mean, I assume we're walking back, or
Oh yeah, there's no way he's talking about this right at the stone pillars.
Like, well, I mean, it can't be any worse than that long winter you all just broke, I guess, right? Or I mean, can it get worse?
He starts talking like, have you ever seen a person turn to stone before? A petrified person?
I mean, well, obviously, yes.
So imagine that, but instead of stone, you're ice.
Hold on, this will be fun. Let's do this. Oh yeah, Wart gets the.
All right, as you guys are walking back to Grimm's quarantine, Eldwin, what's your master plan here, homie?
I'm
And
gonna
bye, Grim. We're gonna miss you.
see ya.
Later.
We'll let you know what happens.
As I
If
come
you die
or not.
closer, as I get closer to the area that I feel the rats in,
Mm-hmm.
can I tell how far, I guess, underground?
Probably
they are?
about 20 feet below you.
Cool.
But they are, and now that you're closer, it's definitely in here somewhere, just below.
Cool.
And you do
cool.
know that there are doors up here on either side. You just never went into the tower itself.
Yep. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep my distance from the mushrooms. I'm gonna go over on this side, just walk on up, because I
Okay.
can do that. I'm
Sure.
just gonna make my way up there and
Mhm.
go down and see if I can find a way down to where the rats are.
Sure do. Trapdoor.
Perfect. And I'm just gonna, go up to one of the rats, and because I'm so great at things with animals, and I had these spells prepared. I don't know why, but I did. I'm just gonna, cast some speak with animals.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. So your the room which had a bunch of squeaking is now just going berserk with a bunch of voices at once, wondering what this tall person's doing inside their nest, and then that's they can't believe that the winter is finally gone, that now that it's warm again, and when are we leaving to go hunt for food, and it's just random BS.
So why is it so many dice?
All right. All of you pay attention to me, and I'm yelling this to all of them.
Oh,
Animal handling check.
Perfect. And I'm going to touch myself just for the extra, benefits of guidance.
Listen, this campaign loves it when people touch themselves.
17.
A good majority of them like shut the fuck up and are like looking at you.
If you want food, you will follow me to a house nearby.
All right, this is very important. Are
Mhm.
you like saying that Grim is food that they can eat Grim to persuade them to you, or are you trying to be deceptive here?
I'm trying to be deceptive here.
Deception check for me.
It's fantastic.
Aw.
I mean, they are rats, though, so, a few of them might fall for this.
Think what, they have an intelligence of 3 or something like that?
2, sir.
Oh, my bad. I gave them too much intelligence.
You fucking did. Tired of your shit.
All I need is, really, I only need one stupid one to follow me.
Oh my god.
The dumbest of the rats.
That is the most wise rat you'll ever meet.
Oh my god. 3 of them are making their way to you.
Nice. I'm just gonna lead whichever ones follow me back over to Grim. And I'm just gonna be like, all right, food's in there. Have at it. And then I'm gonna telepathically to Grim, there's 3 rats coming in. Do what you will.
All right. Well, so you open the door, you let the rats in, close the door. Give me a perception check. You won't be able to guide yourself for this. Just regular.
It's fine.
Fuck you.
You can't deceive anybody, but man, you can see stuff.
You.
Yeah, that's what my character's built for.
Piece of shit.
I'm built to shoot things.
Yeah. Well, now I know at least it's getting worse. And I'll just wait for everyone else to return, because I'm assuming they're like, wandering around still.
I can't imagine.
I mean, Warwick and Delegith are back.
Yeah. So they probably saw me let the rats in.
And you know what? Let's have Chris and Victor give me perception rolls.
Oh yeah, because they might have seen me walking back with the rats.
Yes.
I saw something.
I didn't see shit.
Well, Chris, you noticed it. You noticed the Pied Piper there. Victor, you're still in buildings looking for rats. You didn't see anything. Sorry, Victor. Poor guy. I was only looking for a 10, homie, and you gave me an 8.
I know.
All right,
But
I'll
so-
head back so I don't interfere with his rats following him.
Well, how did he look when you opened the door there, Elduin?
I mean, Grim.
You didn't see Grim. When you opened the door to lead them in, you did not see Grim.
Okay. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's getting worse because there's some spores in that house.
Brilliant. Well,
I would not suggest going in. If he can't fix himself, probably just
Or
burn
have
the
to-
building.
Do we start boarding up the windows now?
That might be a good idea, actually, in case he gets worse.
Like a plan. Now where are we gonna get bored to nails?
I mean,
any other abandoned building?
mhm.
I guess we'll go find boards and nails.
I mean, you're handy enough, Chris. Give you like an hour, you'll get you'll pull boards that already have nails and be able to reuse them for your purposes.
How dare I be built to do that stuff?
Fuck off, all of you. Fucking crit machines, fucking eyeball machines, fucking hunting machines. Fuck you all.
Well, how long has it been now?
Since
the
when?
rat- since the rats went in.
Only a few minutes.
Any updates in there, Grim?
And as you ask that, we're gonna end tonight's episode
Hey.
because
we don't know
I
something.
really want Grim to be here for that. Unless he's if he doesn't make next game, then I'll make the rolls myself. But this was Grim's idea, so I would like to give him the opportunity to see if it works.
To roll the
Okay.
dice.
To roll the chaos dice.
Fair enough.